Good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's my proud privilege to be here in front of such an august audience. I am thankful to the organizers, ASSOCHAM, Ericsson, and CPAM, which I represent, for organizing this event on iPrism Award on IP Films Making and Conference on Anti-Counterfeiting and Piracy. As you know, Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, Government of India, which I represent, is the administrative ministry for IPR issues in India. Our department is also the nodal department for programs like Make in India, Startup India, and foreign direct investment policy, etc. In the ever-evolving global landscape, intellectual property is quickly becoming the cornerstone for safeguarding and strengthening the socio-economic interest for every nation and for stimulating innovation, creativity, and technological advancement. IP is at our very root of innovation that enables countries to meet future challenges and allows industries to be differentiated and stand out amidst their peers. In this scenario, there is a rising need to create and spread awareness amongst the masses and industry about the need to recognize, protect, promote, commercialize, and enforce intellectual property rights. Thus, a strong, equitable IPR regime, ably supported by an equally strong and substantive enforcement mechanism, is of utmost importance. India has a trade-related aspects intellectual property rights TRIPS compliant, robust, equitable, and dynamic IP regime. India has well-established legislative, administrative, and judicial framework to safeguard IPRs, which meets its international obligations while utilizing the flexibilities provided in the international regime to address its developmental needs. Today, India provides a huge market with exponential growth, spurs charged with the entrepreneurship activity. However, this exponential growth across all sectors has led to an increase in counterfeiting and piracy activities. Since illicit trafficking of counterfeit goods is often considered more profitable by violators than other illegal activities. When we hear the term counterfeit goods, the first thing as mentioned by Mr. Arvind Kumar, which comes to our mind is fake luxury goods like watches, handbags, fashion clothing, and so on. It also spreads to sectors such as electronics, mobile phones, laptops, computer hardware, software, automobile parts, and even fake medicine, which very often prove to be fatal due to their substandard quality. Every year, the industry, as also as government, face major losses due to counterfeit goods. Internet and e-commerce platforms are of late seen as preferred modes of dealing in counterfeit goods by infringers, either due to lack of requisite checks or owing to the software loopholes in the programming of the websites, or merely for ease of access to those modes by them as well as the public. Counterfeit and piracy have far-reaching consequences, as it not only hurts the customer and it leads to loss of sales, but also adversely affects the industry at large and poses a grave threat to the effective functioning of the government machinery. Therefore, there is a need for industry and new age entrepreneurs to understand how to create, manage, and protect their IPRs, which is one of the key drivers for the secure future. A proactive effort to safeguard as well as to enforce their IPR would help them in gaining competitive advantage. The government as well as enforcement agencies such as police, customs, and the judiciary, along with the industry, play a significant role in enabling, rather in curbing counterfeiting and strengthening our enforcement environment at large. In our National IPR Policy 2016, enforcement and education of IPR has been identified as one of the main objectives. The central and various state governments have already taken several initiatives for protection and enforcement of IPRs and are continuously working towards creating IPR awareness among enforcement agencies and other stakeholders. Since the adoption of National IPR Policy in 2016, several steps have been taken to strengthen IP ecosystem in India in respect of a strengthening of institutional mechanism, business process re-engineering of IP administration, clearing backlogs and reducing pendency of IP registration, augmentation of manpower in IP administration, introduction of a scheme for facilitating startups intellectual property protection, SIPP, for encouraging innovation and creativity of startups, creating IPR awareness right from school level and establishment of Technology and Innovation Support Center in association with WIPO and engaging with the states. Recognizing the importance of creating IPR awareness and strengthening enforcement mechanism, government has also launched a nationwide IPR awareness campaign in educational institution and industry, including over the social media. IPR awareness programs have been conducted in over 198 schools till now, reaching over 12,000 students. We have also undertaken enforcement training programs for the enforcement authorities, especially the police, on a very large scale. To date, 36 training programs have been conducted for police officials across various states, namely Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh, Telangana, Haryana, Jharkhand, and Maharashtra, as also 4 rounds of trainings in the Northeast Police Academy, which included participants from 9 states, and Sardar Vallabhbhai National Police Academy, Hyderabad. We have also curated and launched a specialized IPR enforcement toolkit for police. The Ministry of Home Affairs has sent an advisory to all state police academies to incorporate IPR in their training curricula for both regular and in-service police officers, which has been complied with. The response from states have been very encouraging, and we are hoping to continue partnering with the states in tackling the growing menace of IP crimes, in particular counterfeiting. We are also working with Custom Department for sensitizing them on the importance of IPR. We have organized several workshop and training programs for CBEC officers at National Academy of Customs and Indirect Taxes and Narcotics, Faridabad, wherein senior officers were introduced with IPR. Further, in collaboration with domain registrar NICSI, 80 infringing websites have been pulled down on the basis of incomplete KYC. India looks forward to cooperate and work together on the issue of blocking of rogue or copyright infringing website which predominantly host pirated content. For instance, the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, ICANN, can work with domain registrar to ensure this. Recognizing the importance of positive messaging, the industry has joined hands with the government to create anti-piracy video campaign with leading film stars like Sri Amitabh Bachchan, recording a video message on the menace of piracy. Playing of these sort of films in cinema halls and on TV screens will spread the message of anti-piracy for the wide, especially the influencing the new generation. India has also come out with intellectual property mascot, namely IP Nani, for creating series of animated videos on intellectual property rights for children. India has a very strong creative industry and copyright legislative regime and has recently approved accession to WIPO Copyright Treaty, WCT, and the WIPO Phonogram and Performance Treaty, WPPT, paving the way for better collaboration globally on IP, including between the collective management organizations. We have also organized programs for sensitizing the judiciary. 2 colloquium on commercial laws for High Court judges were held at National Judiciary Academy, Bhopal, like that. To summarize, I would like to mention that there is a need to recognize that in order to counter act of IP violation, enforcement agencies must work together with and across nation borders. The union government, including the Ministry of Home Affairs, along with the other states and UTs, and the enforcement agencies must collaborate towards establishing mechanisms to counteract operations that target intellectual property, endangering national security and competitiveness. I congratulate ASSOCHAM and Ericsson for being part of this great initiative and spreading awareness amongst the youth of today against the serious issue of counterfeiting. It is imperative for any business to proactively protect its intellectual property against counterfeiters by actively monitoring and enforcing its IP rights. Together, we can create a vibrant IP ecosystem. Thank you very much.